A pleasant day to each and every one of us. I'm Marlon G. Villanueva from SUYO ILOCOS SUR, and I will going to present to you my architectural thesis entitled Namunganayan Eco-Cultural Sports Center, Integration of Human Science, Nature, and Arts. But first, I will give you a brief history of SUYO ILOCOS SUR. The municipality of Suyo is one of the 14 interior towns in the province of Ilocos Sur, where most of inhabitants belong to the cultural minority groups. It has 8 barangays which were further subdivided into 45 sitios. Namunganayan is an Ilocano word for origin. It is the term used to celebrate the yearly town fiesta that is called the Namunganayan Festival, where different barangays in the municipality participate in the said activity. It is an event that the native Bago tribe show their culture, tradition, and arts. The project entitled Namunganayan Eco-Cultural Sports Center, Integration of Human Science, Nature, and Arts, is a place where athletes of the different school division and tourists were merged together in one place for sports competition and entertainment, for the tourists to discover and know more about Bago tribes, arts, and culture. This project is designed to promote sports excellence, encouraging both amateur and professional athletes with its new facilities and training environment. It can help every athlete in training hard and improving their skills for higher competence in global and national competition. Design focus. The project aims to provide a sports center that will house sports facilities with an application of the innovation of biodesign, architecture through nature, science, and creativity, with a secondary approach of passive cooling and active ecological restoration. Passive cooling aims to maximize natural ventilation, minimize energy consumption, and reduce carbon footprint in the facility, which is produced by artificial ventilation such as air conditioning system. The innovation used in the project is biodesign, architecture through nature, science, and creativity. It is a combination of human science by technologies, nature by environment, and arts by culture and tradition, with a secondary approach of passive cooling and active ecological restoration. This will use indigenous and eco-friendly materials with the help of modern technologies to improve more the strength of the project and to prolong the local materials that will be used. Design concept. The project derives strong influences and inspiration from Frank Lloyd Wright, whose project is the Falling Water. And it was inspired by adapting natural resources into structural concept and aesthetic design. Since the project is located along the mountains, the design was inspired by Rafflesia flower. The form was chosen to create a new design that symbolized nature and adapt the design that will perfectly blend with the title of the project. As with the innovation of passive cooling, the structure was inspired to put large doors and windows to let air flow, using bamboo slats and vines as a shading device, and is a way better to use rather than concrete, because it absorbs heat and used as a good way of cooling air. It also gives aesthetic effect to the structure and create an ambience of a good structure. Design considerations. Some general planning and design considerations are mentioned below to complement the specific information for each sport. Number 1, lighting requirement. Number 2, support facilities. Under support facilities, we have bleachers, storage facilities, support facilities, parking spaces, PWD toilets, services, driveways, signage, and markers, toilets, utilities. Number 3, sports amenities and facilities. And number 4, landscape and features. Design strategies. Using bio bricks or bio blocks for exterior and interior walls helps eliminate heat and produce cool atmosphere inside the building. Large window glass with louver above, it creates a better lighting. Louvers above windows helps to provide natural ventilation. Using ecological materials like stones can lower the huge demand for housing, creating a shortage of conventional building materials. Design philosophy. The design must reflect the practical and aesthetic in business. But above all, good design must primarily serve people by Thomas G. Watson. Site Development Plan. The site development plan arranged according to user behavioral analysis. The main entrance is located in front along the highway. As you continue going inside the sports center, you will see a water feature with signage of Namunganayan. The gymnasium is located near the entrance with 4-corner entrance because it is the most used facility, and at the right corner is admin building. The stadium is located behind gymnasium and facing northeast to prevent the heat of the sun while it reaches noontime. Facing northeast also beneficial to the resident near the sports center. Trees between site and residential areas are also taken place to absorb heat and serve as noise reduction and insulation. Courts and fields are located at the middle part of the site. Athletic pool is located at the upper layer of the site, and parking spaces are centralized to prevent walking of pedestrians and hazard ways. Cultural village and cultural park are located at the third level of the site. It is far away from active and crowded spectator. Water tank located at the highest point of the site to supply water needed without using technologies to reduce energy consumption. Driveways are located along the sides of the site for the safety of pedestrians. This is my site analysis. Each building are located according to the user behavioral analysis. In here, it is active part. Here is partially active, and in here, it is passive. Each building are located according to level of population density. In here, overcrowded, partially crowded here, and relatively uncrowded here. Now let's proceed to the floor plans. First is the gymnasium ground floor plan. We have here 4 main entrance that also serves as exit and fire exit. Below the bleachers, we have commercial spaces, office, storage, toilet, fitness room, breakout room, locker room, lobby, utility, control room, electrical, and janitor room. We have also movable stage, telescopic bleachers, and a standard size basketball court. We have also 2,500 seating capacity bleachers, including the upper bleachers. This is the upper bleacher. And this is the mezzanine bleacher. Now let's proceed to the elevation. In here, it shows the materials and innovation used in the building. The first material is a low A glass, or what we call the low emissivity glass. This was created to minimize the amount of infrared and ultraviolet light that comes through the glass without minimizing the amount of light that enters the building. Low A glass windows have a microscopically thin coating that is transparent and reflects heat. The second material, and part also of my innovation, is the crisscross bamboo slats and the cross-cutted bamboo. Bamboo as a building material has high compressive strength and low weight, has been one of the most used building material as support for concrete, especially in those locations where it is found in abundance. The third material is bioblocks. Bioblocks also regulates moisture very well, absorbing and retaining excess moisture that they later release, thus regulating the natural climate of interior spaces. Further, benefits of bioblocks are 100% sustainable, 100% recyclable, and 100% natural and bio-based. The fourth material is natural stone bricks. Stone bricks offer greater insulation and temperature control. It is usually found along the river. I use crisscross bamboo slats. Crisscross bamboo slats is attached to a wooden frame and used as a shading device, insulation, and noise reduction device. It also gives aesthetics view of the wall. Cross-cutted bamboo. is also attached to a wooden frame. It works the same way as crisscross bamboo slats. And this is gymnasium perspectives. Now let's proceed to stadium floor plan. Ground floor is composed of lockers, toilet, electrical, storage, control, garbage handling area, office, utility, and stair. We have also dance room, music room, billiard and pool room, chess room, and table tennis room. On the middle part of the bleachers, we have stage, backstage, and dressing room. In here, I also use the same materials and innovation that I use at the gymnasium. I also use crisscross bamboo slats attached to the beam and has a binds. I use also low emissivity glass. I use also wooden louvers. Color-coated galvalume sheet or a pre-painted galvalume sheet. Customized high-strength I-beam for the truss. Galvalume steel pipe. And crisscross bamboo slats. And this is my perspective. And also we have athletic pool. I use also the same way, the same materials and the same innovation. We have wooden louvers, low emissivity glass, crisscross bamboo slats, natural stone bricks, color-coated galvalume sheet, wooden trellis. This is athletic pool perspective. This is admin building perspectives. And this is cultural village perspectives. Conclusion and recommendation. After several months of thorough research, it was found out that the design of the assembly places, especially the project, which is the Namunganayan Eco-Cultural Sports Center, can be sustainable as possible, so that it can lower the utility and energy consumption in conformity to the global problems, global warming and deterioration of sources. Biodesign architecture through nature, science, and creativity may be applied, with the approach of passive cooling and active ecological restoration, which can be maximize the efficiency of the building. Ecological concept of cultural architecture is one of the best applicable design that can be applied to the type of development in consideration of the climate of the locality. That ends my thesis defense. Thank you, more power, and God bless us all.